Wife who nearly lost her husband in the line of duty, who is speaking out tonight for the very first time. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Guy Atchley.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. A Tucson police sergeant nearly killed in the line of duty is getting better. But it is not easy, especially when you consider he suffered a bullet to the brain. Sergeant Robert Carpenter was responding to a burglary call in Midtown over the weekend when he was shot in the head. He was rushed to UAMC, where the crack staff jumped into action and once again pulled off a remarkable save. Not in your sides, Corey Marshall is at UAMC right now, where Sergeant Carpenter's family is speaking out. Corey?
Guy, just a few hours ago, a very emotional scene as the wife of Sergeant Robert Carpenter speaks to us for the first time. A soft-spoken Cindy Carpenter, flanked by a friend and family pastor, opens up about how her husband is doing.
There's changes, there's ups and there's downs, but it's very hopeful.
She says her two children, ages 14 and 18, are doing the best they can given the circumstances.
Police officers have a very dangerous job and sacrifice for this community. That is something that we can all be thankful for.
Dr. Peter Reed, chief of trauma and one of the men who saved the life of Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, says Sergeant Carpenter is wide awake and talking.
The only thing we can say was that the bullet did enter his brain and he did have brain injury.
But the good news is he's no longer in critical condition and is now listed as serious.
When he came to me, he was very critical.
He says the brain surgery Sergeant Carpenter underwent to reduce swelling is similar to what Congresswoman Giffords underwent in her initial surgery. Dr. Rivero says he's hopeful for a quick recovery. On the eve of Thanksgiving, Mrs. Carpenter says this year, despite what happened, she has reason to be thankful.
You don't know what you're going to see when you walk in the door, but he's my husband and I'm glad he's here.
Now, Mrs. Carpenter also thanked Tucson police for what she described as just an outpouring of support from fellow officers. Guy.
Corey, do we know exactly what injuries the sergeant suffered?
Doctors say they can't go into the specifics because all of those details are part of that ongoing investigation. Guy.
Corey, thank you.